Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I wasn't planning on making a video, but something was brought to my attention. Something was pointed out which I was thinking that I might share with you. I was looking at some videos, I was looking at the chart as I was studying up, and I was trying to find the bottom maybe or some signs whether this is a turnaround or not. And after looking at several videos regarding investments and day trading, I could see that some of the people are saying the same thing with a different language, let's say, because some of them are looking at this asset or at this price action as a day trading, and others look at it as a long-term investment. And when these information mesh up and they say the same thing, even though they are looking from different perspectives, that might mean something. Now let's go forward for a second and let's check the chart. And as you can see, I just cleared it out. No indicators other than the RSI and the volume, no trend lines, not anything. And the reason I took everything off is because I am going to put the one single trend line which will indicate for me that we are returning to the bull run. Now I don't want to create big hopium here, and I don't want to bring some FOMO in. I just think that we turned very much bearish, and that could mean that we could miss out some opportunities. So if you are looking at the weekly chart, you can clearly see that Bitcoin just made a lower low with a lower high, and that is obviously a bearish sign because that will just give us a downtrend, a very clear downtrend from which it needs to break out in order to start climbing, let's say, and that price might be the 48,000-50,000, which is obviously not too promising. And it would take some time until it goes and attacks the 50 again. Now, until then, if Bitcoin reaches 40,000, to be honest, I think many people will FOMO in, and that might also make some problems for them, but we will talk about that a bit later. Now, as you can see on the RSI, if we go to the daily, on the daily channel, we had a bottom here. Let me just, that was the January 19th. And we had the other one here, which was the 11th of May. We all know about that. But what we need to see on the RSI, for example, is that the two bottoms are actually not indicating a downtrend. They are indicating an uptrend. They are indicating a divergence. Because this is one of the clear signs, let's say, which is very accurate sometimes, but obviously nothing 100% accurate, that the price will likely to turn. Now, I don't know whether it will turn or not. We could already see a 31,000. And one more thing which indicates that we might have seen already the bottom, which I doubt. I still doubt it, and I think that we will see some relief rally, but returning to the bull cycle might not be the case this year, is this big volume. Because if we go back and check, we can even check it here on the daily, you can see that we have a very big volume here. Last year in May. Was it in May? Yes, it was in May. And we have almost the same, I mean, except that big jumping volume this year in May. If those people who are very, let's say, afraid of losing their money, if those who can't really hold in tougher times, the paper hands already sold and everybody just jumped out and capitulated, and the diamond hands started to accumulate and bought up everything they could, this might indicate a bottom in. Now for me, for this to be confirmed, let's say, I would need to see Bitcoin breaking this trend line, okay? For me, this will be the first sign that Bitcoin is making a higher high and a higher low. So we will need something like this, and then I would say, okay, long it from here. That is the 36,000. Not at breaking it, at confirming. And the reason I'm making this video is because I know that many people will try to jump in. For many people, this increase in price, it means that the bull market is returning. It doesn't just yet. I'm not saying that it will not, or it will not for 2 years, because we do have a very strong support here, which we already broke, and now we are watching this candle, this daily candle, whether it is going to confirm or whether it is just going to go back and it was a fake out. Okay, let's go and check Elrond, because I know that many people are very interested in Elrond. Now on Elrond, I didn't clear out the whole chart. I don't think it's necessary right now, because as you can see, I have a trend line here. I put this here, I think yesterday, and as you can see, Elrond just couldn't break it. It is in a clear downward trajectory, and it is clearly making lower lows and lower highs. This is the recipe for a downtrend, and until it will not break this point here, which will indicate that Elrond just put in a higher high, until then we are still in a downtrend. Now, what could trigger the whole events? What could trigger everything, and the bullishness would return and everything just starts to rally? Well, we would need some kind of a big investment, some big news, some company or some institution which says that, okay, from now on, I will accept Bitcoin and crypto. I'm not saying that we already have those news, but we do have some news, some grains of news, which would indicate that yes, the bullishness might return for this year, and we might not see the 4-year cycle. We might see a 1-year cycle, and we will have a happy summer as we had last year. And as you can see, Andersen Horowitz venture capital, they just closed an investment fund of 4.5 billion, and they want to invest it in Web3. As you can see here, a third of the 7.6 billion, that is the total amount, 4.5 billion will be dedicated to seed investments according to the statement, while the remaining $3 billion will be geared towards venture investments. They also stated that the funds will be used to invest in promising Web3 startups at every stage. And yeah, that includes games and DeFi and NFTs and everything. So they just gathered a lot of money. They put together $7.6 billion, and they are ready to invest 4.5 billion of it into altcoins, okay? Because that's what we are saying. They are going to invest it in startups, in Web3 startups, DeFi games, NFTs, so on, so on. And will this cause, let's say, a flip or a detach of altcoins from Bitcoin? I don't know. I don't think it will yet, but this is already a very good news, and this is something which you should be happy about, and you should hang on, because even if it's not working out for this year or for next year, you can clearly see that the smart money is preparing huge funds to put it into crypto, into altcoins, into our favorite projects, and yeah, that makes me happy. Thanks for watching. This was all I wanted to talk about today. I hope I gave you some kind of a hopium, just a bit. I don't want you to get excited, but I only wanted to hush away your panic just a bit and try to look into the future. Even if the prices are not too appealing right now, even they are not rallying, they will, because everything which goes down comes back up. Take care.